What's in the box?
Hi, this is Jay from Outer Space Games. Today we're going to be unboxing a game that I've been looking forward to for a long time. Alien vs. Predator: The Hunt Begins from Protos Games. This is a Kickstarter project that I backed a while ago. It's been a long time coming, and I was fortunate enough to have someone pick it up for me at Gen Con this year. As you can see on the front, it's an action board game for one or more players, so you can play solo. But moving on to the box, I suppose. It's a good-sized box, very heavy. Representative says it weighs around 13 pounds. Definitely hefty. I can't wait to see what's inside of it. I haven't watched any other unboxings, so I have no idea. But I'm assuming it's all good stuff. Gorgeous art on the front, the Predator and Alien, and of course the Marines down at the bottom. The rest of the sides of the box don't have anything in particular, just the name of the game and the company that made it, again, Protos Games. So, flipping over to the back of the box, we do have some information. It shows you kind of a layout, sample layout of what's inside. You have different board tiles and the models with tokens and markers to track. Down at the bottom here you have a list of all the contents that are inside. So various aliens, predators, and marines, as well as environment cards and strategy cards. So in case you didn't know, the miniatures from this game will be able to be used in a miniatures line. So there will be further rules coming down the line for that. So even if you're not interested in just playing a board game, you can have skirmish battles coming in the near future. We came here to see what's inside, so let's crack it open. First of all, the box is padded. They try to keep things from sliding around, which is a nice touch. But we'll set that off to the side and take a look at what's inside. First we see an assembly guide for how to put the aliens and predators together, including the tails. The Marines can be outfitted with different weapons and different poses, which changes, I think, what they do in the game. Here's the rulebook. That is very thick rulebook. Looks around 60 pages or so. Full color, some gorgeous art going inside. So running through the cards, different objective tokens, an explanation of what the tiles are, how people move and stuff like that. But it looks like a lot of examples. You have walls and doors people can traverse. Here's a tease of a power loader. It's not included in the base box, but will be part of the miniatures line. And I haven't read the rule book, but I think there are some scenarios that call for these extra figures that you can bring in later as well. So, some more artwork, different how the skills activate and everything like that. Here you have charts and tables. This looks like the Marines' weapons. You have a hydraulic grabber, pump action shotgun, M56 smart gun. So just a lot of different things. Here we have the missions, so you can see how to actually lay out one of the missions, where people start and where you can move to. So it's pretty interesting that the game is quite modular with a lot of different setup options, so it's not complete the same objective each time. You have different layouts and different ways to go about it. Also looks like there's an advanced game rules. I'm not sure how that differs from the base game, but just looks like a lot of options and stuff. Here at the end you can make your own heroes, so you can have a model that's a little more powerful than just your generic unit. So you can have an alien that's smarter or a predator that's even more powerful than it at first seems. Back here are blank sheets you can use to make copies and fill out your army lists and whatnot. So on the back here you have an abbreviated shooting and close combat action, just a flow chart and also the turn sequence. So a quick reference guide to everything. But it looks fun and I can't wait to, go through it. I guess we'll look in one of these small boxes first. So here we have a deck of cards. Here are the card backs. All the same. Here's some alien ones. I guess they are differentiated. Just different abilities. So acidic, blood splash, unstoppable, tactical advantage. So a lot of different skills and abilities. Electrical feedback. These look like they might be environment cards, cramped conditions, cleared deck. So these are different things that happen on the board as well. So it leads me to believe that these are also card decks. Different abilities. So these are cards where each race has a different objective that happens. So as you're playing through, different things will happen depending on what race you are. Seems interesting. These look like Marine abilities and skill cards. So this last one here probably has Predator. So down here you have multi-spectrum cloak. Here are Predator cards. Also included that we're getting into, there are stat cards for the various, I guess, classes and units. So you have Predator Warrior. It has a smart disc, or a Colonial Marine with a pulse rifle. Here's a Predator Hunter. And all its stats are listed. We also have some aliens as well. Here's the Alien Stalker. I'll get you some close-ups as well. On the back, it has a list of their skills and abilities as well. So, move to the cardboard. Try to save the good stuff for last. It's nice that they notched these. You can see in the back. So rather than trying to get around like I was just about to, you can just stick your thumb in. Looks like a nice thick cardboard. I'm not sure how easy they are to punch out, but it looks like none of them falling out. So they're double-sided. You can see the difference between the regular green bluish versus the red lights at the bottom. This one looks like the same as the one we just showed you, so we'll move on to a larger room here. The artwork on here is cool too. You can see a storage crate with a whole bunch of ammo and bullets. This looks like a pilot or a control room. Just a generic corridor. And on the reverse side again, the red, more scary version. Some other chambers. It looks like sleeping chambers. I believe the board games takes place on either a colony or a ship, so that's why you have these corridors and stuff like that. Here we find another central console type of thing. Here are markers for measuring distance and stuff. This is, I'm guessing, a flamethrower. This might be like a grenade. Different blast radius, or like acid perhaps. And some of these templates might be able to be used in the miniatures game as well. Oh, yep. So on the back, it's also the range for acid spit, it looks like. And we get into the objective markers for the predators as well. Here we have a ton of tokens. Here are doors and walls to put in, but just a bunch of objective tokens for us to use. Sorry, there's 2 sheets of that, and just some more map pieces. From here, it looks like a lot of the same or similar repeating tiles, so we're not going to go through each sheet. So getting into a relatively light box. Most of the weight is just from these sheets of cardboard right here. So here we have the models. It looks like they're individually packaged in this nice box. Here we have D20s. The combat system works on a D20 where I believe low rolls are better than higher, and you work within a range of things. Here you find, looks like cardboard standees or the stands for the cardboard so that they can be stood up. And here round bases for your various units in various sizes. Getting to the real good stuff. So here's some close-ups for you. This is one of the alien stalkers, I believe. So you can see kind of the detail. And I'll get some photos up for you as well. But beautifully sculpted. Ton of tiny details on the body, the chest, even the fingers and everything. But you get a nice bag full of them. I'm not sure if any of them. None of them appear to be damaged. But definitely a lot of options. They look like they're posed in different ways. And with the variation of the arms and legs, you can also choose to pose them in different ways as well. Okay, moving on to some Marines. Again, they're customizable in terms of their weapons. So this one you can attach the weapons how you want to designate it as a certain type of figure. This one looks like it's a smart gunner because it's got the eyepiece on it. Speaking of which, here are some smart gun arms. Again, the detail on here is just amazing for the size. Really has the scene to be believed. Here's one carrying like a med pack or something. So the scale of these is your typical miniature scale, I guess. 28. Either 28 or 30 millimeter, but it's not the heroic scale, so these guys don't have overly enlarged heads, and they have realistic proportions and everything, which I guess adds to the realism of the universe and lends it a little more serious tone. Next we have some infant aliens. These are the smooth-headed guys from the first movie. Man, the detail, you really just have to, if you get a chance to hold these in person, it's really quite amazing. Definitely not something I think you could get from plastic, but they're very light and flexible too. So it's really, really cool. I'll grab one of the tails for you. So these can be posed with some hot water. You can see some of the flashing and stuff, but still exquisite detail. You can pose the tails on them a little bit. And with these infants, you've got a ton of them. It comes with, I think, 10 in the bag. Kind of mixed up. But. So in addition to the two types of aliens, we have the Marines and then finally the Predators. You can see the net or the webbing that it wears, all the details and the treads. There's skulls on the side here. And then the mandibles and stuff too. So here's its combi stick spear type of thing. Different layer. It looks like it needs to be straightened out with a little bit of hot water. Here is the smart disc Predator. Actually his arm. But you see the little fingertips sticking through. Just another shot of one of the Predators. Each one of these is unique with a different pose. One has a smart gun, one has the plasma caster. I should say the smart disc, the plasma caster, and the combi stick. So the Predators are beasts in this game. Alright, but I think that's everything that's in the box. Looks really fun. I can't wait to get it to the table, try out some different scenarios, and see what we can do with this game. It's been a long time coming. If you enjoyed this video, we invite you to watch some of our other videos. Subscribe to the channel. You can like us on Facebook and Twitter at Outer Space Games. We also host a podcast where we talk about board games and other geek culture called Outer Space Games. I'd like to thank you for watching. My name is Jay, and we'll catch you next time.